How's it going? So today we're taking a look at this QLife Spark D2. So this is like the entry-level model. There's a bunch of models, but even this one that's entry-level is actually pretty performant. It is a pretty small bike. It has these 16-inch wheels with 4-inch fat tires on them. So it does make the bike a little shorter, and the length of it's not too long. The wheelbase is kind of shorter, which makes for a more nimble ride, but it's a smaller bike. I'm 5'9", I'm comfortable on it. I can ride it, have lots of fun on it, but it's maybe for younger people, women, stuff like that, or guys up to maybe like 5'10". So it comes with the 750 watt internally geared hub motor. It's a single gear, so there's no speeds. There's no shifter on the handlebars there. It is tuned. They say about 1800, and it does feel pretty powerful for this kind of bike. Very torquey, accelerates good. So I think that number's probably accurate. They tuned it pretty well. It comes with mechanical disc brakes on a 160 millimeter rotor, so not the best brake setup, but it's okay for this small bike. And at the price point, you can't expect to get premium everything. I mean, they packed a lot of bike into this price, so the brakes, they work just fine. We'll go for a ride in just a couple minutes here, but let's go over the specs. It comes with front forks, and then you have like an air shock back there, so you do have full suspension. You got plastic fenders, front, rear. I believe these are plastic. Actually, no, that's aluminum. What's this? Oh, no, they're aluminum fenders. Okay, sorry about that. Nice, big, comfortable seat. The seat's actually really comfortable. You get a headlight in the front and a brake light in the rear, no turn signals. So to turn the bike on, there's a little button right down here, and it powers on. Display's pretty basic. You got your charge state, miles per hour, your power level, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. You got your odometer, this kind of information. So there's 2 miles on it currently. You can switch through the info buttons with the M right here, and then I went into the settings on accident. So to turn the headlight on, you just hold the plus button down, and you can see the headlight turns on. Same to turn it off. Then you got your twist throttle on the side. I like twist throttles a lot better for e-bikes than thumb throttles. So I like that it has that. And you got a horn, pretty loud horn. You got your basic e-bike pedals there. Cheap pedals. Who cares on e-bikes? So your brake levers are, they're just like kind of cheapo brake levers because they're mechanical brakes. Like I said, the brakes on this aren't like the best. They're not bad by any means, but they're not premium. All right, that's enough talk. Let's just get out there and start riding it and see how she does. All right, so before we get going on the test ride, let's do a free spin speed test really quick because, the speed's going to be relative to your weight. I'm like 280, so someone at $150 is going to get way better speed than me. But let's see what it 35 miles an hour is what it maxes at. But, we'll see what I can get. Not going to be close to that. Whoa, wow, this thing actually accelerates pretty good. The torque's good. Oh, it's fun. So this part up here is kind of uphill, so you're not going to get the best speed. We'll see what we can get. It actually accelerates nice. Whoa, it's taking this hill like nothing. This thing's got some power. 23 miles an hour. Going uphill with a fat guy on it. That's actually pretty damn good. Yep. All right. Well, let's see what we get going downhill here. And then after the downhill, there's like a more or less level, so we can see what it gets on level ground. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. So now we're level. It's keeping 28. No problem. Now we're going back uphill a little bit. This thing's actually pretty fast. It's actually one of the more torquey bikes I've ridden lately with these little hub motors on them. It's got the 750 watt hub motor, but they do say the peak power is 1800 watts, which I kind of believe. I think they kind of tuned this thing a little more powerful. You can tell by the way it accelerates and how easy it takes hills, but we're going to go test like a more steep hill over here. And since it has full suspension, we'll do a little bit of off-road. But what's kind of interesting is see, it's still going and my hand's not on the throttle. So if you hold the throttle for a while, the cruise control kicks in. And then you have to hit the brake to turn the cruise control off. So it's a little bit surprising at first, but you'll get used to it. Yeah, the acceleration's when you start going uphill, like, it doesn't accelerate as good, obviously. If you get a little momentum first, it takes it much better. Alright, well, let's see how fast the pedal assist kicks in. Pretty sure it says a cadence sensor, but if I'm wrong, I'll put it up here on the screen. So, just about one turn. Let's try that again. Let's see. Yeah, right, exactly one turn for it to kick in, which is pretty average. You know, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just kind of average for a cadence sensor, so it's just fine. You'll get used to it and it'll become intuitive enough. So it's got a 15.6 amp hour battery at 48 volts. I think that's 720 watt hours. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen here, but that's it's a standard size battery. It's not like big, it's not small. With me on it, full power, throttle only, I could probably maybe get 20 miles out of it, something like that. And then, of course, if you're lighter and then you're doing pedal assist, you're going to get a lot more than that. You probably get up, I don't know, 60, 70 miles or something like that if you're doing like pedal assist in mode 1. Oh yeah, it rained like crazy yesterday. I forgot. Let's see, the suspension actually feels pretty good. It has a really cushy seat, so the seat actually helps along with the suspension for absorbing the bumps. Look at it. One thing I noticed about these bikes too, these hub motor ones, a lot of times when you get just grass or any kind of loose terrain, you can tell like the torque just dips off. But this one, you don't really notice that. It actually accelerates pretty good in kind of like mushy terrain, grassy or muddy terrain. So, yeah, you can take this thing. I mean, you don't want to be jumping this thing and stuff like that, but definitely good for trails, dirt trails, grass, stuff like that. You go to the park, you want to... Now, here's like a pretty good bump coming up right there. Let's see how it eats this bump. Oh, no problem whatsoever. Okay. Yeah, it's got really thick tires, 4-inch tires. They're only 16 inches, so it does make this thing pretty short. Like, the handlebars are close to me. I'm almost got a 90-degree bend in my elbows here. My legs are a little bit high. This is for a smaller person. I'm perfectly comfortable on it. I can ride it all day, but if you're taller, it's probably not going to be the bike for you. But for most like young people, women, guys like me up to like 5'9", 5'10", you're going to be completely fine on it. There's a full suspension, and the seat and the big fat tires make it a very comfortable ride. Your butt's not going to be hurting on longer rides. Alright, now we're going down a pretty steep hill. We're going to turn around and come right back up it. Now the price point on this thing is pretty darn inexpensive. I want to say it's like, well, I'll just put the price up here on the screen. There's probably going to be a discount code down there too, possibly. There's definitely going to be a link. Okay, it's taking this hill, no problem. So like on other bikes that claim to be just powerful, usually you get about 12 miles an hour going up this thing. This thing's hitting 16, 17 miles an hour going up. So again, this kind of just confirms what I thought about. It is tuned a little bit more powerful than your standard 750 watt bike. So you get that extra torque. Yeah, so far, I like this bike. It's fun. And it being so small, it's actually extremely nimble. You can go around corners. It's really easy to ride. And it actually feels like I'm going fast. I really like how fast it accelerates. Now let's talk about the brakes a little bit. So it does have mechanical brakes. Mechanical brakes usually aren't the greatest, but this bike has it's very inexpensive, so they're going to have to save some money somewhere. They didn't put the hydraulic brakes on, and it's got 160 instead of 180 millimeter rotors. It is a smaller bike made for smaller, lighter people, so it's fine. The brakes do feel like a little bit squishy, but I haven't done a full pull yet. We'll get up here and we'll do a couple full pulls and see how it goes. So I'm going 23 right now. Let's just see. definitely came to a stop. Didn't lock up the rear or front tire or anything like that. So they don't have enough bite with me on it to lock them up, but they definitely stopped. Like, okay, oops. Yeah, I mean, they're not crazy good, they're not bad. Just kind of average brakes. They do the job. And there's some adjustments on the back of the calipers. There's like a little screw you can do with an Allen wrench to make them a little bit more aggressive if you want to. The way it is now, it seems perfectly fine to me. But let's do one more pull here, see how it goes. Oh, that one actually felt a little harder. Yeah, I think maybe now they're getting bedded in a little bit and they're biting a little better. So let's do one more. This one going slightly downhill, so there's going to be more. Oh yeah, no, they're actually feeling a little bit better now. In any case, they work fine. Well, final thoughts. This is a really cool looking little bike here. Yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong. You know, it's a nice bike, decent sized battery, very good power for its class. And then this is very, like, subjective, but it's a really cool looking bike in my opinion. I mean, you buy your kids one of these, you know, they're going to love it. They're going to have tons of fun. They're going to look cool. But yeah, good bike. Thumbs up. I like it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.